No. I don't know if he's Carlton or if it's Swapnil.
अरे हाँ ना.
A very good morning to everyone present. I, Romania Lobo, along with my co-host,
Leonard Rodriguez.
warmly welcome you all to the lively and dynamic campus of St. Francis Institute of Management and Research.
Induction at St. Francis Institute of Management and Research is not just a ritual. It's the launchpad for transformation. It's about embracing the spirit of excellence, honoring the legacy of this institution, and stepping into a future filled with endless possibilities. Here, you will be challenged to think differently, lead with integrity, and innovate with purpose. This is your time to grow, connect, and become the best version of yourself. Let's begin this journey with energy and a shared commitment to success.
As an undying tradition, we begin all our important events with a moment of reflection and blessings from the Lord. Please rise for the institutional anthem as our student choir leads us into prayer. Thank you, dear students. Kindly be seated.
Fire symbolizes brilliance and the light of wisdom. Just as it drives away darkness, knowledge dispels ignorance. Let us ignite the flame within us, the flame of curiosity, learning, and endless discovery.
I request the dignitaries to inaugurate the event with the lighting of the lamp, requesting the student coordinators to escort the dignitaries. First, I call upon our chief guest, Professor SVD Nageshwara Rao, head of Motilal Oswal Center for Capital Markets at IIT Bombay, and head of Shailesh J. Mehta School of Management, IIT Bombay. Today's program inductor, Mr. Carlton Pereira. Senior alumni of St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, Mr. Swapnil Rajwade. Reverend Brother Alvin Tete, Registrar, St. Francis Institute of Management and Research. Dr. Shalini Sinha, Director, St. Francis Institute of Management and Research. Dr. Sulbha Rao Rane, Director of St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, PGDM. Dr. G. Ramesh, Deputy Director and Head of Department, St. Francis Institute of Management Research. And MMS first-year student, Siley Lopez, who was the first student to register for today's program.
I kindly request our dignitaries to come up on the dais. The chief guest, Professor S.V.D. Nageshwara Rao. Today's program inductor, Mr. Carlton Pereira. Senior alumni of St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, Mr. Swapnil Rajwade. Reverend Brother Albin Tate, Registrar, St. Francis Institute of Management and Research. Dr. Shalini Sinha, Director, St. Francis Institute of Management and Research. Dr. Sulba Rao Rane, Director of St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, PGDM. And lastly, Dr. G. Ramesh, Deputy Director and Head of Department, St. Francis Institute of Management and Research. We are truly honored to welcome Reverend Brother Albin Tate, our esteemed registrar, a symbol of dedication and committed service. He continues to inspire the faculty, staff, and students through his humility and leadership. Brother Albin belongs to the congregation of the Missionary Brothers of the Francis of Assisi. With a wealth of teaching experience in the Northeast India, including Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, and Assam, he has nurtured countless young minds with wisdom and compassion. Having completed his Masters of Management Studies in Mumbai, he now contributes his knowledge and values to the growth and excellence of our institution. With great honor, we now invite Reverend Brother Albin Tate to kindly come forward and address the gathering with his inspiring words.
On this auspicious day of the induction of 25-27 batch of postgraduate management students, we are extremely happy to have in our midst our respected chief guest, Professor S.B.D. Nageshwara Rao, head of Motilal Center for Capital Markets, IIT Bombay, and J. Mehta School of Management, IIT Bombay. We are earnestly waiting for your words of wisdom and sharing of your experiential knowledge. On behalf of all those who are present here and the management of St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, I accord a warm and cordial welcome to you, sir. It is a pleasure and privilege to welcome Mr. Carlton Pereira, owner, Town of India Advisors. Mr. Carlton Pereira will be inducting our first-year students into a prestigious institute in the capacity of inductor. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and a warm welcome. Our hearty welcome to Mr. Swapnil Rajwade, corporate partner and our own alumnus from Associate JP Morgan, Mumbai. He'll be addressing the gathering and the first-year students in particular. Welcome, sir. Dr. Shalini Sinha is the head of the institution, director of SFIMAR Autonomous Borivali, Mumbai. As a director, she plays a pivotal role in our institute. We welcome our own director, ma'am. We acknowledge the presence of Dr. Subba Rane, who is heading SFIMAR PGDM as a director. We immensely welcome her. Welcome, ma'am. We have in our midst general councillors, governing body members, Brother Xavier M.J., Superior of Monastery and Manager of St. Francis de Assisi School. We have Brother George Vitus, Director of Kala Sadhana. And we have also Mr. Marvin, Guest Professor from USA. Welcome, sir. Welcome, brothers. And Academic Council, Board of Studies and Finance Committee of SFIMAR, Head of the institutions from St. Francis Group of Institutions, our education and industry partners, Deputy Director and Head of Department and Program, Dr. G. Ramesh. Welcome, sir. Administrative Officer, Dr. Sampath Pillai. Chief Placement Officer, Mr. Sylvester DeMello. Academic Coordinator and Department of Learning, Lifelong Learning and Extension Work, Dr. Natika Podam. Examination Coordinator, Dr. Sanjay Banerjee. NAP ISO Coordinator, Dr. Simi Prasad. And IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Smita Judasan. Faculty members, non-teaching staff, student managers, organizers of induction program, and my dear management students participants. A very good morning to all of you. On behalf of our professional college, I accord a warm and cordial welcome to you. SFIMAR is built on the strong legacy of 125 years of the Society of the Congregation of Franciscan Brothers. St. Francis Group of Institutions has maintained its leadership and commitment to education for more than a century. The motto of the society is service through enterprise. The vision of SFIMAR is to flourish as a seat of learning of international standards for developing an entrepreneurial class of value-based industrial leaders empowered with techno-managerial competence to sustain innovation for building a global business class. And the mission statement is to enter the realm of globally successful B schools for imparting outcome-based value education for creating responsible and thoughtful citizens who would lead the world by example and excel through innovation and entrepreneurial spirit and humanitarian attitude. At this juncture, we would like to congratulate you, dear students, and your parents on your decision to join SFIMAR to undertake our flagship 2 years full-time program in Masters of Management Studies. The Institute focuses on the overall holistic development of the students and lays great emphasis on developing an entrepreneurial spirit in the students. The management, academia, industry partners, alumni, faculty, and staff at SFIMAR ensures that the students gain world-class learning experiences that ensures on developing students into thoughtful leaders with exceptional techno-managerial competence and transformative humanitarian attitude to fully develop their potential and personality to contribute to organizations and sectors in which they will work for and offer services to the society at large. Our students need to stand out in the corporate world, where each one of them, besides just focusing on their financial goals and service to the nation, would understand the value of maintaining high ethical values in their business decision-making process to make a difference in people's lives. Our core values are enshrined in our institutional anthem, Lord, make me an instrument of peace. That is love, integrity, compassion, sharing, and caring for each other and God's creation. We welcome all our first-year MMS students who are being inducted today in the SFIMAR family. I am confident that over the next 2 years of your association with the Institute, you will develop into bright and confident individuals both in your personal and professional life. Wishing each one of you the very best. Once again, a hearty and cordial welcome to all those who are present here. God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you, brother, for your kind, inspiring words. Now, we will felicitate our dignitaries with a bouquet of flowers as a token of our love and gratitude. I kindly request Brother Albin Tete to felicitate the chief guest, Professor S.V.D. Nageshwara Rao. Now I request Dr. Shalini Sinha to felicitate Senior Alumni of St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, Mr. Swapnil Rajwade.
I now request Dr. Smita Jesudasan to please felicitate Dr. Sulba Rao Rane, Director, St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, PGDM. I request our academic coordinator, Dr. Natika Podar, to felicitate Reverend Brother Alvin Tete. Please clap. Next, I request Dr. Sanchayita Banerjee to felicitate Dr. Shalini Sinha, Director, St. Francis Institute of Management and Research. I request Professor Rosie Murray to felicitate Dr. G. Ramesh. Please clap. Thank you so much, everyone. We take immense pride in welcoming Dr. Shalini Sinha, our esteemed director at SFIMAR. A distinguished academic and visionary leader, she brings with her over 32 years of teaching experience and 8 years of dedicated research in economics and management. Dr. Sinha has held leadership roles at premier institutions in Mumbai and Bhopal and currently guides SFIMAR with her dynamic leadership. Her academic journey is remarkable. She holds a PhD in management, is a gold medalist in her post-graduation, and is an alumna of the Senior Management Program at IIM Raipur. She has successfully guided 10 PhD scholars, published extensively in reputed journals, and even secured a patent on social emotional well-being. Her contributions extend globally, having spearheaded international collaborations with universities in the UK and the US. She has convened national and international conferences, delivered keynote addresses, and completed an ICSSR-sponsored research project on public health policy. Her expertise spans curriculum innovation, outcome-based education, digital transformation, faculty development, and corporate engagement, all driven by her commitment and nurturing competent to ethical and socially responsible management professionals. With great honor, we now invite our director, Dr. Shalini Sinha, to kindly come forward and address the gathering. A round of applause, please.
Chief guest for the day, Professor S.V.D. Nageshwar Rao, Head of Motilal Oswal, Center for Capital Markets at IIT Mumbai and Head of Sailesh J. Mehta School of Management, IIT Mumbai. Our distinguished alumnus, Mr. Swapnil Rajwade, Associate at JP Morgan, Mumbai. Dr. N.C. Jose, a senior member of our statutory academic council body. Reverend Brother George Whitus. Professor Mervyn, our guest faculty from USA. Reverend Brother Alvin Tete, Registrar SFIMAR. Reverend Brother Xavier MJ. Dr. G. Ramesh, Deputy Director and HOD MMS. Dr. Sulbha Rao Rane, Director SFIMAR PGTM. Members of the governing body, Academic Council and the College Development Committee of SFIMAR, our dear faculty, staff members, and my very, very dear students of the incoming batch of 25-27. A very good morning. It gives me immense pleasure and joy to welcome each one of you to St. Francis Institute of Management and Research on this very special day, that is the induction for the incoming batch of MMS program 25-27. This marks the beginning of an exciting journey, one which is filled with learning, self-discovery, and transformation. SFIMAR is not just a business school. It is a community of thinkers, doers, and leaders in the making. This batch joins at a time when India is at the cusp of tremendous growth, becoming one of the fastest growing major economies in the world, and the role of leaders and managers like you will be crucial in shaping the businesses, institutions, and the society of tomorrow. Over the next 2 years, you will not only gain technical knowledge and managerial skills, but also the confidence, ethics, and resilience to thrive in this rapidly changing world. So, my dear students, you are about to step into a world of case studies, simulations, projects, internships, and most importantly, experiences that will shape you into leaders with a heart and mind aligned to Franciscan values. So embrace the curiosity, build networks, and challenge yourselves every day. And of course, no institution can function without its pillars of strength, that is, our faculty and our staff members. It is their dedication, knowledge, and mentorship that makes SFIMAR what it is today. I would now like to take a moment to introduce each of them to you, for they will be your guides and companions in this transformative journey over the next 2 years. I begin with introducing to you our international visiting faculty for personal finance, Mr. Mervin from USA. Sir, if you could just, grand round of applause for him. So, sir is currently engaging the second years and he has received a tremendous response to his course. So thank you very much, sir, for being here and for contributing your experience and knowledge and sharing it with our students. Thank you. I now next introduce to us our senior most faculty member, that is Dr. G. Ramesh, who is the professor as well as deputy director and the head of department of Masters of Management Studies. Next, I would call upon Dr. Smita Jesudasan to kindly come forward. She is the associate professor of finance and most importantly, she is in charge of all the quality assurances in the institute. She is the IQ-AC coordinator. Thank you, Smita, for doing your bit for ensuring the quality of the education that is being emitted by our institute. I next call upon Dr. Natika Poddar. She is the associate professor of finance and she is the academic coordinator for MMS. So she will be looking after the delivery of academics, your timetable, the coverage of the syllabus, so on and so forth. Thank you, Natika. And now I next call upon Dr. Simi Prasad, who is the Associate Professor of Marketing. And again, she is one who assures the quality systems within the institute. She is the ISO coordinator for the institute. Thank you, Simi. Next, I would call upon Dr. Sanchita Banerjee. She is the Assistant Professor, Marketing, and she is the spirit behind the entire orientation and induction that you are going through. She's been the coordinator of this grand program. Yes, she deserves this round of applause. She is also your examinations coordinator. So, thank you, Sanchayita. I next call upon Dr. Sandeep Kudrakar, who is the Assistant Professor of Finance. And he is also working on a very crucial area which is of current relevance, that is he works on ESG, carbon footprint, so on and so forth, and he's a great researcher. Thank you, Sandeep. Next, I call upon Dr. Kiran. I do not see him here. Dr. Kiran. So, yes, I see he's already become very popular. So, Dr. Kiran is an alumnus of two great institutions, that is IIT as well as IIM Bangalore. So, you will have to extract as much as possible from him, for he holds lots of wisdom within himself. And next, I call upon Ms. Sonali Shiralkar, who is the Assistant Professor of HR, very dynamic, multi-skilled. So you will also get a lot of interesting mentorship from her. Next, I will call upon Dr. Anand Upadhyay, who is the Assistant Professor of Information Technology. So the world is getting more and more digitized, so take as much as you can from him, for he is the man, the IT man of this institute. Thank you, Dr. Anand. I next call upon Dr. Ganga Warrior, who is the Assistant Professor of Marketing and also does her bit in contributing in various activities of the institute. She is also the head for the Bachelor's of Management Studies program. Thank you, Dr. Ganga. I next call upon Dr. Paul Alukal. So he is the alumnus of the eminent IIM Indore, and currently he has recently finished his PhD from IIM Mumbai. So, and he is the HR and OB professor. So he is incidentally one who also gets amongst the highest faculty feedback. So extract as much as you can from him. Thank you, Dr. Paul. I next call upon Ms. Rosie Murray. Okay, I think she has gone back to the class. So she is again your HR and OB faculty, and she is the corporate face of the institute. She has great connects, great networking. So do leverage that. And next I call upon Mr. Stanley Santamer. He is the Assistant Professor of Finance. Is he here? Okay, maybe he is in the senior lecture. I next call upon Mr. Mayank Dedia, who is the Assistant Professor of HR. Is Mayank here? Okay, some of the faculty members are engaged in the second year lectures. Ms. Rakhi Pitkar, Assistant Professor of Finance. Thank you very much. So friendly and affable, and also contributing her bit to the interaction that we have with other colleges. Thank you, Ms. Rakhi. I next call upon Ms. Preeti Kaushik. Is she here? Assistant Professor of Marketing, and also she looks after the branding activities along with Ms. Jinal Latia. So thank you, Preeti. Our Professor of Practice and Chief Placement Officer is not here, Mr. Sylvester De Mello, who you will soon be meeting him. And next I call upon Mr. Praveen Kumar Elveras. He is the Assistant Professor, Operations and IT. And yes, he's a young and dynamic and the professor who has recently joined the SFIMAR family. So I welcome you, Mr. Praveen. And yes, we next call upon the newest member of SFIMAR family, Ms. Anne Chose, Assistant Professor, Finance. So we have a glittering galaxy. This is the glittering galaxy of our faculty, our intellectual capital of the SFIMAR. And I do not see the BMS faculty members here. Is Ms. Swati here? Okay, I think they are engaged in the admissions because BMS admissions are still on. Ms. Deepa, Ms. Riddhi, these are part of the BMS team. I next move on to the non-teaching, who are the support and the pillars of strength who work behind the scenes to make the SFIMAR as an institute, the MMS program, a grand success that it is today. So I will begin with Mr. Sampath Pillai, who is the Administrative Officer of SFIMAR, looks after all the administrative activities and functions. Thank you, Mr. Sampath. And I next call upon Ms. Blosvita Rodriguez, but I think she too is engaged. Yes, the last minute activities of admissions are still on, so she's not here, but I'm sure most of you have already met her, for she is at the front in the admission activities. Ms. Chaya Kamble, is she here? Yes. She is the office executive. Okay, she designs all the social media, pieces, including the brochure, the brilliant brochure that you see at the admission counter. So thank you, Chaya. And Mr. Ratish, is he here? No, he's engaged in the admission, so he's not here. And I'm sure most of you have already had an interface with him. Mr. Subhas Karash, he's the office attendant, not here. Mr. Ibrahim, he's the superintendent looking after finance. Okay. Next, we move on to introduce Ms. Saili Deshpande. She is the office assistant who is actively involved in admissions, and she is the scholarship in charge. So all of you who will be claiming scholarship of various sorts, she is the person to connect with. Mr. Abhishek Vengrulkar, he is the senior executive administration. I think I do not see him here. Is he here? Okay, so maybe he's engaged in other activities. Ms. Sonal Dalvi, again an office assistant, busy with, I think, admission activities. Ms. Sheila Paul, admin executive. These are all people who are actively engaged in closing the admissions. So they are not here. You will meet them by and by as you visit the administration office at various points of time. I next move on to the staff related with the computer lab. The head of IT is Mr. Prakash Lalwani. He is the computer lab in charge. So all your IT needs will be fulfilled by him, okay, whether it comes to the Zoom meetings or the monitors and various digital installations in the classroom, you have to connect with him. Mr. Syed Zishan Haider, is he here? Okay, maybe he's busy. Mr. Praveen Khoth, he's the IT lab assistant. So again, you have to connect with him anytime you have your IT needs. Thank you, Praveen. And next, I move on to yet another crucial component of SFIMAR, that is maintenance. Mr. Anthony Fernandez, is he here? Mr. Anthony is the maintenance officer. Okay, so the fan is not working, the light is not working, and the doors are creaking, so you know whom to connect with, Mr. Anthony Fernandez. Thank you, Mr. Anthony. Mr. Madaswamy, he is the office attendant. Please come forward. And right now also he is busy. He is managing the audio and the lighting system. So anytime an activity takes place, we need to connect with him. He manages the audio system. And next we move on to library. So library is managed, it is headed by the librarian, Dr. V. Thangavel. So anything that you need related to the learning resources, so he is the man to connect with. Thank you, Dr. Thangavel. And we have the assistant librarian, that is Miss Selma Baptista. Please come forward. These are the people you have to connect with when you need your library resources, books, and other digital resources. And next we move on to welcome Miss Bharti, again part of the library team. Thank you. And yes, last but not the least is one that will interest, I think, the most to you, and that is the placement cell. So the chief placement officer is not here. We have the assistant training placement officer, that is Ms. Navika Pednikar. So anything that you need to connect relating to your summer placement, your on-the-job training, and your final placement. So she is the face. And next I call upon Ms. Shakuntala Pujari. So she is the assistant manager placement. She looks after the marketing placements. So you know whom to connect with when you are talking about your summer placements and your final placements. Thank you, Shakuntala. And I don't see Elvira here. Is Elvira here? Yeah. She's sitting on the other side. So come forward. We have Miss Elvira, who looks after the summer placement as well as the final placement for the remaining specializations, that is HR, IT and operations. So these are the three phases of placement whom you need to connect whenever you think about placements. So with this, I come to the close of this introduction. Thank you very much. And I once again welcome all the new entrants to the MMS program, to the SFIMAR family. Together, let's make these 2 years meaningful, purposeful, and unforgettable. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words of wisdom. I now request Dr. Simi Prasad to felicitate the dignitaries of the dais. First, Reverend Brother George Whitus, Administrator, SFIMAR PGDM. Reverend Brother Xavier MJ. Mr. Mervyn Figueredo, who is our visiting faculty from the US. Ms. Nauseen Mistry, Principal of St. Francis Degree College. Dr. Ansi Jose, Principal, Nagandas Khandwala College and Director of MKES Group of Institutions. Thank you, ma'am.
St. Francis Institute of Management and Research is deeply committed to transforming students into global leaders. This commitment is upheld through a student-centric approach, continuous improvement in services, innovative teaching methodologies, and upskilling of our faculty, all while adhering to regulatory and statutory standards. SFIMAR operates under the aegis of the Congregation of the Franciscan Brothers, an institution with a rich legacy for more than 116 years. We proudly celebrate 23 glorious years of SFIMAR's journey in shaping future professionals and responsible citizens.
The institute is recognized by AICTE New Delhi and has been granted permanent affiliation by the University of Mumbai. In 2022, we were honored with an A+ grade in the second cycle of accreditation by NAC, a testament to our commitment to academic excellence. Additionally, our flagship MMS program is accredited by the NBA, and as of July 2024, the institute has been granted academic autonomy. It is now time to reflect on our collective accomplishments. We present a video that highlights the remarkable events and initiatives which have enriched the vibrant community at SFIMAR. Indeed, it is both a visual delight and a nostalgic journey through cherished memories.
Located in Borivali West, Mumbai, SFIMAR's 2-acre green campus offers modern facilities and a supportive environment, fostering learning, growth, and a sense of belonging. This is where my journey towards success began, and this is where I discovered the best version of myself. SFIMAR isn't just an institution, it's a family, a community, and most importantly, the place where I truly belong.
This Institute of Management and Research, Mumbai, was established by the Congregation of the Missionary Brothers of St. Francis of Assisi under the Society of the Franciscan Brothers, a registered society to impart higher educational and postgraduational and undergraduate management studies to the students participants. St. Francis Institute of Management and Research is accredited by NAH, and we got the score of A+, and also MMS program is accredited by NBA. We are an autonomous institute, and we have a robust syllabus and examination system.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Shalini Sinha, Director of SFIMAR, St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, Mumbai. SFIMAR is a center of excellence in education, innovation and research, offering programs like the Masters in Management Studies, MMS, Bachelors of Management Studies, BMS, and a PhD program in management. Our MMS program prepares the students for the dynamic business world through a holistic approach combining conceptual learning, real-world case studies, industry-driven projects, and digital tools. With specializations in finance, marketing, HR, IT, and operations, students are guided by strong mentorship. The BMS program, a 4-year undergraduate course, builds a solid foundation in the management principles, blending theory, practical applications, and extracurricular activities to create well-rounded professionals. Our PhD program nurtures scholars passionate about research, offering a supportive environment to produce groundbreaking contributions to academia and industry alike. At SFIMAR, we are committed to empowering students with the knowledge, skill, and values needed to make a meaningful impact.
The St. Francis Institute of Management and Research offers excellent facilities to enhance learning and development. The classrooms are spacious, air-conditioned, and equipped with advanced teaching skills. The library houses a rich collection of books, journals, and e-resources, while the state-of-the-art computer labs provide hands-on learning with high-speed internet. The auditorium hosts lectures, workshops, and events, while the assembly hall serves as a versatile space for seminars and extracurricular activities, fostering a vibrant campus experience.
Hi, this is Dr. G. Ramesh, the Deputy Director and the Head of the Department of MMS Program at St. Francis Institute of Management Research, in short we call SFIMAR. The SFIMAR offers to the students the MMS program in a differentiated format. One is the different pedagogical tools that we adopt. Apart from the traditional lecturing method which leads to rote learning, we have a project-based learning method. We also have role play and simulation, etc., to name a few. Apart from this pedagogy tools, we also have add-on certifications which leads to comprising of 30 hours from an industrial perspective, which comprises of 30 hours of teaching learning as well as the project submission. Apart from this, the students also goes through extension activities in the form of institutional social responsibility and lifelong extension activities, which transforms the students not only into a good person, but also a citizen, giving back to society what they have received. Best wishes and thank you so much.
Hey,
Hello,
good to see you back again. First of all, congratulations. I heard you got selected by BlackRock.
Yes, sir.
I am sure you understand what BlackRock means.
Yes,
it's the largest ones here. I'm very happy for you. Now that you've got BlackRock at your place, your training is almost done. I just want to hear from you, how was the experience at SFIMAR?
When I first joined the college, I was quite unsure as to how I would adapt to the demands of the corporate world. But I can confidently say that my journey here has been nothing short of transformative.
Wonderful to hear that. How's your experience been with your teachers and the authorities in the institute?
The faculties are very supportive, the teaching staff as well as the non-teaching staff and the management as well. All of them are very supportive. Everything is well organized, and the curriculum over here kind of shapes you as to how to adapt to the demands of the corporate world.
So would I be wrong in concluding that your training out here has made you industry ready?
Yes, of course it is.
Wonderful, good to know that. One thing what big milestone in your life, in your career life, career path. Where do you see 5 years from here? Where do you see yourself?
Well, I see myself as a marketing student. I see myself combining the financial world and the marketing world and going ahead and becoming a leader.
Great. So that means you have great ambitions to shine on the marketing side in the financial world. Wonderful. I wish you all the best. And happy that you have been our student. I hope you will become an aspiring model for future SFIMARs. All the best here.
Thank you, sir.
just about lectures and assignments. It's about discovering yourselves and creating memories that will last forever.
At SFIMAR, every day is a new chance to grow, to explore, and to even get better than before.
Because these 2 years will define your career.
Step out of your comfort zone
And grab every opportunity.
Welcome to SFIMAR.
Your journey starts now.
Now, moving forward, we are delighted to welcome Professor S.V.D. Nageshwara Rao, an eminent academician and thought leader in the field of management and finance. He is currently serving as the director of the Shailesh J. Mehta School of Management at IIT Bombay since May 2023, and also leads the Motilal Oswal Center for Capital Markets at IIT Bombay. A fellow of the Indian Institute of Management, that is IIM Ahmedabad, Professor Rao is a recipient of the prestigious IFCI Best Thesis Proposal Award and the FPM Alumni Research Grant. He holds a BTech in Mechanical Engineering from NIT Warangal and has been associated with the IIT Bombay's School of Management since 1997. Where he has nurtured and guided generations of management professionals and leaders. Alongside his academic journey, Professor Rao has made significant contributions to industry and policy. He served as the chairman of the board of directors of the Metropolitan Stock Exchange of India, is an independent director at Cubastian Consulting Private Limited, and plays an active role on the board of committees of several institutions, including IIM Jammu, College of Engineering, Pune, and the Indian Merchants Chamber. He has guided 21 PhD scholars, mentored numerous master's dissertations, and conducted over 40 management development programs for corporate executives and senior government officials. His research has been widely published in reputed journals, and he also shared his expertise as a consultant to organizations such as ICRA, Ashok Leyland, Larsen & Toubro, and the CBI. With his rich experience as a teacher, consultant, and institutional builder, Professor Rao continues to inspire and influence academia, industry, and policy alike. We are privileged to have him with us today. I now invite Professor Rao to kindly address us with his great thoughts.
Good morning, and thank you very much for that kind introduction. Registrar Brother Albin Tete, Director Dr. Shalini Sinha, Deputy Director, and other alumnus, Mr. Swapnil, Director PGDM, dignitaries of the dais, faculty members, staff members, and students. Welcome to the 24th batch of management students. As mentioned in my introduction, the School of Management at IIT Bombay was set up in 1995, and I have been with the school since 1997, almost since the inception, and we are celebrating 30 years of setting up of the school this year on October 31st and November 1st, with an industry day on October 31st and alumni reunion on November 1st. And we have recently, about a few months back, set up the Motilal Oswal Center for Capital Markets, which is a center for both the academic programs as well as research agenda in the area of financial markets. And our School of Management offers a strong MBA program, a strong PhD program, and we also offer a joint executive MBA program for senior executives with more than 15 years of work experience, jointly with Olin Business School of Washington University in the US. We offer a minor program in management to the undergraduate students, in addition to offering a long duration and short duration training programs. So again, a warm welcome to the management students. Often people are asked as to why one should go through a formal program in management. They will say, look, so-and-so has been doing well, though one has not gone through a formal management program. The reason why one should go through a formal management program is to understand the basics of business and the basics in various functional areas of management. The assumption is that the informed decision making is better than uninformed decision making. If you question that assumption, then the whole logic of going through a structured program in management goes out of the window. So, as mentioned by the director and in your institute video, one of the pedagogies used is case method, apart from simulations, role plays, projects, presentations, etc. And the institution that I graduated from, IIM Ahmedabad, is known for case method because in the formative years of that institute, it collaborated with the Harvard Business School, which again is known for the case method of teaching. So what is so unique about the case method of teaching in management education? The uniqueness lies in the fact that the case method introduces unstructured situations to the students of management who are comfortable with structured situations where the problem is neatly defined, there is a unique algorithm, and there is also a unique solution. I'm a student of engineering. Students of engineering science are typically comfortable with structured situations where the problem is neatly defined. There's a unique algorithm and there's also a unique solution. We can't tolerate ambiguity. Anyone who conducts the experiment under controlled conditions in a lab should get the same result, right? But then, when you're dealing with humans, who have emotions, feelings, sentiments, beliefs, values, principles, prejudices, preconceived notions, etc., you can't have unique solutions. You don't have the luxury of a unique algorithm to solve the problem. Because the same individuals may behave differently in groups, on different occasions, in different contexts. And many times we don't even know what the problem is. So a management case basically describes the situation from which you have to figure out what the problem is. And as I said before, there's no unique, or there's no standard algorithm to solve the problem, and there are no right or wrong solutions. One solution that works in a particular setting may not necessarily work in another setting. So that's the beauty. And we also have, if you look around the world, there are also these executive MBA programs for experienced professionals. After having put in so many years, let's say 15 years or more, why should one go through a formal or structured program in management? Again, because they should understand the basics of business. Like, for example, we were doing a large consulting assignment for a large engineering company in Mumbai. The president of that company also had to go through a formal training in management. The reason being, up until the middle level, someone else is getting the business for the company and these guys are implementing it. But then as you move up the organizational ladder to the top tiers of the organization, you are required to bring business to the company. And if you are required to bring business to the company, then you should know the basics of business, right? And many times we are also told that soft skills are important. Why are soft skills important? The soft skills and networking skills are important, and they are actually most important as you climb the organizational ladder. Many times business deals are finalized on golf courses, clubs, airport lounges, etc. There are formal networks among alumni of business schools which are well equipped to help those looking for career progression and or transition. These opportunities are available to members of such networks only. So such networks also help members during crisis times by helping people in need. And the networking skills are very important for people at the top, both in business and government. And they're crucial for success if one is competing for government or defense contracts. So the one company that we consulted is a defense company. So essentially, they'll hire former senior executives from those organizations because they will use their network of contacts to get business for this company. And often one is asked as to, will the MBA graduates continue to be relevant in the changing world? What skills are going to keep them in good stead going forward? Until now and also going forward, an MBA is an ultimate corporate passport. It'll give you the entry to plush offices and high salaries. It's more like, I would say, an IAS in the private sector. An IAS officer will be serving in the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Commerce, Ministry of IT, Ministry of Shipping, and so on and so forth. So he's basically a generalist. is an expert or in every discipline. Similarly, I would say an MBA is an IAS in the private sector. They are specialists in every discipline, ranging from finance, marketing, HR, IT, IS, etc. Will they continue to be relevant and enjoy the prominence that they have been enjoying until now? The answer is both yes and no. How can they continue to stay relevant in the age of AI? Everyone is talking about AI, right? What skills will make them successful? So, the ability to provide insights from the AI-enabled analysis. I was just reading some paper, either in McKinsey Quarterly or Harvard Business Review. It says that 40% of the consultants' work which is going to be done by AI, and the lower level junior consultants are going to lose their jobs, right? Earlier, the MBA graduates are hired by these top consulting firms for their analytical skills, but those analytical skills are going to be replaced by AI. But then one has to use one's intelligence to figure out whether the analysis is done properly using the proper data set, etc., and provide useful insights. Ability to work in cross-cultural teams as companies continue to internationalize their operations. Ability to translate, AI capabilities into operational efficiency. Even traditional industries need people with AI skills to translate the capabilities into operational efficiencies. Consultants who can blend AI analysis with organizational and boardroom dynamics. You get that AI analysis and then blend it with the organizational dynamics and boardroom dynamics and give useful recommendations to the clients. AI-powered startups also require professionals who can blend both, who understand both technology and business fundamentals. The managers with the ability to navigate AI adoption without destroying organizational culture. As technology pervades organizations, it's also important to preserve the organizational culture. In that sense, the soft skills will continue to be important. You should be, in short, you should be adaptive, entrepreneurial, and not entitled. The learning should continue for you to stay relevant, and you should make the most of these 2 years, as you will not get these 2 years back. You should focus on academics, enjoy the experience, play sports. I'm told the institute has good sporting facilities, and have fun without crossing the line, of course. The friendships will last for a lifetime, and some of them may turn to be lifelong relationships. Let there be healthy competition and cooperation among members of this cohort. There should also be healthy interaction within the bench and across the batches. You should help the institute strengthen the industry connect and also the alumni connect. So I thank the institute for inviting me and giving me this wonderful opportunity to address you today, and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Shalini Sinha, our director, to present a token of gratitude to Professor SVD Nageshwara Rao. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I am happy to announce that our inductor for the program, Mr. Carlton Pereira, founder, Tano India Private Equity Fund, has arrived. I request our student coordinators to escort him on the dais. I request our Deputy Director, Dr. G. Ramesh, to felicitate today's inductor, Mr. Pereira. Thank you, sir.
We shall now felicitate our second year MMS students who have successfully completed NPTEL certification on the complete guide for campus interviews. NPTEL, that stands for National Program on Technological and Enhanced Learning, an initiative of the Ministry of Education, Government of India, offered to the MMS students sponsored by SFIMAR. It's a matter of great pride that these students have ranked among the top 5% of the participants in the course. I request Reverend Brother Albin Tate and our today's program inductor, Mr. Carlton, to felicitate our NPTEL toppers. And the toppers are Miss Erica Pinto, Mr. Pritish Barabde, and Mr. Ashish Senapati.
Thank you. Yes. So I inadvertently missed out to introduce to you one crucial member of our family, that is Miss Sabina Rodriguez. So she's from accounts. She's the accounts executive. So you'll be dealing with her relating to all your fees and scholarship related matters. Thank you, Sabina.
Thank you, ma'am. Up next, let's invite Dikshita and Forum to the stage as they lead us into the upcoming event. Let's give them a warm round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. अरे सुनाई दिया क्या कुछ?
नहीं, कुछ सुनाई नहीं दे रहा guys.
Once more. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Once more. Energy नहीं है. Once more. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
That was energetic enough. So this is me, Dikshita.
And this is me, Forum.
But for today, we are Pinky and
Chinky. Okay.
So आज का दिन है full of मस्ती, energy and थोड़ी सी brain exercise का.
बिल्कुल. सर्टिफिकेट्स हो गए, अचीवमेंट्स हो गई, अब बारी है थोड़ी मस्ती और स्पॉट प्राइजेस की, क्योंकि एमएमएस की जर्नी बोरिंग थोड़ी ना होनी चाहिए. तो ट्रेजर हंट तो आप सभी ने खेला ही था, राइट?
और वहाँ से कॉलेज का कोना कोना तो पता ही चला होगा ना.
अब देखते हैं कितनों ने याद रखी है चीजें और सारी चीजें देखी है, ऑब्जर्व करी है.
और इसके लिए हम लाए हैं कैंपस क्विज विद स्पॉट प्राइजेस.
प्राइजेस तो होंगे ना अच्छे?
बिल्कुल. सोच समझ के जवाब देना, वरना मैं और चिंकी प्राइज लेके चले जाएंगे.
तो शुरू करते हैं. Rule number 1. It's something that reflects who we are. You have seen it around, not just once, but by far.
Guys, pay attention.
It speaks of our dreams, our missions, our way. But here's a twist. Where does it stay? The Bolo, can you guess in how many places is our college vision displayed?
What's the first?
Do you want me to repeat it? I got it. Repeat it once. So can you guess in how many places is the college vision displayed? The
Vision displayed in how many places? Can you guys recall it?
Any guesses?
7.
Sorry, not right answer. 9. Correct answer.
Now I would like to call upon Dr. Paul to please come forward and present the spot prize.
विजन ढूंढने के लिए भी परफेक्ट विजन चाहिए गाइस. सो या द विनर गॉट द परफेक्ट विजन.
रुको रुको, अब अगली रिडल की है बारी. जो सबसे तेज होगा वो लेके जाएगा प्राइज.
Let's see who have been really paying attention to what our college stands for.
Our mission isn't just a sentence. It's packed with powerful words that define us.
Some words inspire change, some shape character.
So, Bolo Juniors, can anyone recall keywords from our mission statement? Anyone?
Guys, come on. Day 1 से बताया था.
अरे बोलो.
अरे wrong answers दे दो. चलेगा. We are open.
पढ़ के बोल लो. कोई नहीं.
Mission unsuccessful. Bolo. Do you guys want to repeat? Okay.
Tell me keywords from our mission statement. कितने हैं?
What are the keywords from our mission?
Guess तो करो. Guess तो हो ही सकता है. तुक्का.
टूटा फूटा ही बोल दो. जिसको थोड़ा भी याद हो बोल दो.
Value based. कोई नहीं.
तुषार. Here.
Innovation, entrepreneurship, and spirit.
Correct.
And for that, let's call Dr. Natika Poddar to give away the spot prize.
Round of applause.
चलो मिलते हैं एक छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद. Till then, our amazing host, Romania and Leonard will take you ahead in the further journey of this wonderful induction. Thank you.
Thank you, Dikshita and Forum. Now for the upcoming segment, we are pleased to welcome Mr. Swapnil Rajwade, an accomplished finance professional from the MMS 2016-2018 batch with a specialization in finance. During his time on campus, he achieved the distinction of being placed at BlackRock, the first company to visit that year, and secured the highest package across all specializations. Since then, he has built an impressive career in financial analysis, pricing strategies, and project management, working with leading organizations such as BlackRock, MoneyGram International, and currently JP Morgan as an associate. His expertise spans financial modeling, cross-regional revenue strategies, and global pricing models, making him a dynamic professional in the world of finance. We are delighted to have him with us today and now invite Mr. Swapnil Rajwade to kindly address the gathering.
Well, thank you for the introduction. I hope I'm audible. Firstly, I'd like to thank everybody on the stage and everybody who has this idea of inviting me. It's an honor to be here, to be in the presence of such esteemed guests. So thank you so much for that. I'll just quickly tell you about the college and about the professors, and I'll probably share with you my learnings. So I'm not going to preach because I'm not in a position to preach because my professors are sitting here. There are respected guests on the stage. So I'll just share what my learnings were, and probably you can take it from there if you find those learnings helpful, and probably if you could implement those in your 2 years journey in the college and also after your college. So first of all, let me tell you the journey from there till here has been interesting, for the lack of a better word. So thank you again for the opportunity. Secondly, I would want you guys to know straight away that you're in the right place. The professors here are top notch, and probably I've seen Smita ma'am, Sanchayita ma'am, so there were memories that took me back to 2016 and 2017. So I can assure you that the professors here are really good, and you should make the most of them and most use of them and learn as much as you can from them. And also remember that never ask what the professor has taught us, rather ask yourselves what you have learned from the professors. So that's one of the important things. The other thing is the college is going to give you a lot of opportunities, be it in placements, be it in events, participating in events. So please make the most of those opportunities. These are the last 2 easy years of your life, and I'm not scaring you, but I'm trying to prepare you for what's waiting for you outside the gate once you pass and go out there. So when you're here, you might as well enjoy the last 2 years of your life. Make great friends. I can guarantee that I am friends with many of the people from my batch, and we are really, really close. And that's what I took from the college. Also, start networking with people. That's one of the very important things. And networking, much more like investing, is a long-term game. Don't think of it like what will be the short-term benefit that I'll get from knowing someone. It's also something that you have to, it's a give and take relationship, right? So if you're networking with someone, you have to share ideas, you have to be of someone's help, and somebody will be of your help one day. Now that you're here, I'd also like to tell you that read about everything you can, your specializations and also all other things. Definitely your specialization is something that you should be very thorough with. You should have the basics right, and your professors are going to help you do that. And while you read about your specializations and try to gain knowledge, also read about other things that are going on. Read about trade wars, tariff wars, read about everything that's going on, read about the Supreme case that's going on, Supreme Court case. Whatever you can read, just read about everything you could, because that's going to help you develop a personality. So I would also like to tell you that now you're here, work on your strengths and weaknesses. Because what you might think are your strengths could definitely be your weaknesses, and what you think your weaknesses are, they are definitely your weaknesses. So work on both the things. Also, I'll just share with you my placement journey with this college. Firstly, thank you to the college and thank you to BlackRock for giving me an opportunity. The college gave me an opportunity to sit for the interview. The company gave me an opportunity to work for them while I had no other professional background. So thank you to them. Also, I'm not blowing my own trumpet here, but probably try and take the humor from the story as well, and the message as well. So BlackRock came to campus, and it was the first company that came to campus. There were 70 to 75 people in finance, who were probably applying for BlackRock. Also, the reason BlackRock only took 2 people out of 75. The reason I think, and also it was a feedback from the company, the reason I think I ended up with BlackRock was, one was the honesty with which I approached the interview, and the second was willingness to learn. I think these are the 2 most important qualities you will have, and probably you should have those. And the third thing, very honestly, was there was no pressure on me. The reason being, if there are 75 people sitting on an interview, what are your chances of getting selected? None, right? So probably there's no pressure. You just go out there and perform to the best of your abilities. So I'll just quickly share you some more of the learnings that probably has helped me. I am also working on these along with you, so please take it as a learning. And if you're good at it, try and develop it. If you're not, then probably focus on it. Communication is very important in the outside world, right? Learning to communicate is not just about speaking in one language fluently, it's also about passing your message very correctly to the other person. How efficiently you are able to communicate is going to decide a lot of things for you in future. The other thing, Sir also talked about AI and all those things that are changing right now. One of the important qualities that you will have is to be nimble. That is, be adaptive and be flexible to learn new things. Because unfortunately in the outside world right now, there are only 2 kinds of people. One who know technology and one who don't. And sadly, the one who don't exist. So make sure that you are well versed with technology. While you are here, many of you might do well in your academics. Many of you might do well in the placements. And also after that, you will do well in your jobs, right? You will be successful in life. Don't let that success go to your head, even if it's at a smaller level or larger. Don't let it go to your head. I've heard a very beautiful statement, which is when you're deemed to be successful, you're assigned qualities that you don't have. So don't get carried away. Don't let the success go in your head. and continue on your journey of learning. Also, I would like to tell you that while you're here and while you step in the outside world, you'll be criticized for a lot of things. Probably you'll do some good work at some time, probably you'll not do such a great job at something. The focus should always be on learning and never worry about the criticisms. Take all the constructive things from it and probably try and build your career. I mean, everybody gets criticized. Sachin Tendulkar used to get criticized, right? Saurav Ganguly once said that he has 100 international hundreds, and still people criticize him. So he thought that how can someone criticize such a great man? And he also said that probably the people who are criticizing him might, if they are given a job to count his hundreds, they might get bored at 50 and 60. He never even stopped scoring after 50 and 60. So don't worry, if the grades get criticized, you will be criticized too. Also, I would like you guys to know the importance of data in the outside world today. Be very comfortable with data. Try and play with data as much as you can. Because as we go ahead with technology, with data, there is no place for lazy hypothesis that used to be there earlier, right? Because data will ultimately throw up relationships that you never knew existed. So the lazy hypothesis will be taken out of the picture. Once you're too experienced in a certain field, intuition has its place. But still, I would like you guys to know the importance of data. Also, when you start your journey, which is your professional journey, make sure that you take all the ethical ways to grow in your field. And there would be people who you probably might come across and see are probably taking ways that are not suitable to you. But please always stick to all the ethical ways that are out there. And you will definitely grow in life, even if it's a steady, slow growth. You will definitely grow in life. Because according to me, how managers or leaders should be selected is how they are selected in special forces. So you perform with your team in front of everyone. You should be the one who take the bullets up frontly and probably be ready to take the bullets up frontly and then lead the team. So that should be the way how you go ahead in life. Also, I would probably just end on a note saying that you even if you get successful during your college, if you find some success outside while you're working, make sure that you understand the fact that you are not the only one responsible for your success. There's a fantastic book, Outliers, by Malcolm Gladwell. So he has mentioned a statement which is very important, which is the tallest oak tree in the jungle is not the tallest because of its hardened seed. It's the tallest because the other short trees never blocked its sunlight. It's the tallest because some rabbit, when the tree was a plant, thought that that's not the plant, he'll pick it out and eat. And also it's the tallest because some lumberjack thought that that's not the tree that he's going to put his axe on. So make sure that you probably keep learning in your journey. Never let success go to your head. And all the very best for your journey. These are the last 2 easy years of your life, so enjoy it as much as you can, and all the very best for your future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Your advice will definitely act as a guiding light for us. I now request Reverend Brother Alban Tete to present a token of gratitude to Mr. Swapnil Rajwade. Thank you, sir. Thank you, brother.
I would now like to introduce senior students from an esteemed institution who have demonstrated academic excellence and strong commitment to our institution. They will share the valuable insights and experiences to help guide you on your academic journey. Let us welcome Ms. Mahek Chudasama, specializing in finance, to the stage to share her experience with us.
Good morning, one and all present here. It's truly an overwhelming feeling for me today. Just 1 year ago, I was sitting over there, and now today, I got an opportunity on another side to share the highlights of my journey at SFIMAR. It all began with the inter-college competition. I pushed myself academically to present on a various research conference and winning the 3 prizes. Apart from that, I also took part in extracurricular activities and winning 6 prizes, which gave me the confidence to keep trying new things and constantly learning. It all just about taking part. Apart from that, I also took part and lead the events such as the Eminent Speaker Series, Dandiya Night, Star Performer, and also play a pivotal role in Exuberance and Path, a research paper presentation event. This helped me how to plan, make a quick decision, to take the responsibility and work in a team. I became a more patient, more organized, and confident, not only in studies but also in a real life situations. There was a days when I felt like was living through all the colors of my life at once. There was a joyful moment, stressful ones, time where I was participating, leading, and all throughout maintaining my academics all the time. All of this shaped me into a better multitasker person, a skills that today's world really demands. During my summer internship at MacLife Financial Private Limited, where I tracked the currency movement, understood how global events affect the forex market, learned how business manage forex transaction using hedging strategies such as forwards, options, swaps. This bridged the classroom training and the real life practice that strengthened my interest into the finance domain. But I am not standing here just because of my own efforts. My parents, my all beloved friends, and my family, and all the teachers that are there in a SFIMAR, all the SFIMAR family, they are my support system, pushing me step out of my comfort zone, encouraging me to grow not only professionally but also personally, and also keep my joy alive while working very hard for the same. Looking back at my journey at SFIMAR feels like experiencing the rainbow, all kind of colors, happiness, stress, excitement, struggle, but every new things, excitement with the different feeling added in my journey. My advice to you guys is just don't hold back. Grab all the opportunity. Let go of your fears. Ask for the help whenever you need it. We seniors are here. The teacher, faculty, professors are here. Whole SFIMAR family is here to support you. Just grab that and learn and fly. Enjoy your journey by mixing and matching all the possible colors of SFIMAR has to offer you, and create your own masterpiece like me. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity and memory that I create over the SFIMAR, and memoryful in my whole journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mahek. Now I would like to call upon Ms. Risa Toscano, specializing in human resources, to come up and share her experience with us.
Hello everyone. First of all, a warm welcome to you all in the SFIMAR family. Standing here today as an MMS student specializing in HR in my 3rd semester, I can still remember the day I entered this campus. Just like you, I had mixed feelings, excitement, nervousness, curiosity about how the journey would unfold. Looking back now, I can say completely honest that my first year here has been the most enriching phase of my life. The first year gave us a strong foundation in all aspects of management, that is finance, marketing, HR, operations, and system. At times, it felt challenging to grasp so many subjects, but it helped to see the bigger picture of how the organization actually works. The faculty here made the process engaging by linking theory with practical examples and industry insights. Some of the most memorable moments were outside the classroom, that is our industrial visit to Nainital. It was not just a trip, but a blend of bonding and learning. From understanding business practices to participating in team building activities, it was an experience that helped connect with each other and apply management lesson in real scenario. Another enriching experience was our field visit to Fleet Management Institution, where operation and HR student got a closer look on how logistic, system and people management coordinate in real time. It was a short field trip, but yet a impactful one. A reminder of how theory comes alive in practice. After the first year, we stepped into the summer internship program, which was a turning point to all of us. Over 2 months, I got a chance to work directly with an organization, apply classroom learning, experience how the real function of corporate works. The internship helped me sharpen my skills, gain confidence, and most importantly, understand that what area of HR excites me the most. Now, as the third semester had begun about 2 months ago, the journey feels even more focused. We are diving into core HR subjects which cover the various functions of HR life cycle. Alongside, the pace of projects, presentation, and guest lecture has increased, preparing us for the professional challenges ahead. Looking back, I feel truly grateful for how the past year has shaped me. From building strong friendship, gaining industry exposure, learning resilience, and to finding clarity about my specialization. To you, dear my junior, I would like to say that embrace every opportunity here, whether it's in the classroom, internships, field visit, or cultural event. Step out of your comfort zone and make the most of these 2 years because they will pass faster than you have ever imagined. Last but not the least, I hope you have as enriching a journey as I have had. And once again, welcome to SFIMAR. Thank you.
Thank you, Risa. Now, I'd like to invite Dikshita and Forum once again. Get ready, guys, for some exciting riddles.
चलो हम फिर आ गए अपने रिडल टाइम के साथ रिडल टाइम विद चिंकी एंड पिंकी ओके तो अब शुरू करते हैं ध्यान से सुनना गाइस आई ओपन एंड क्लोज बट आई एम नॉट अ डोर आई गार्ड द कैंपस एंड नथिंग मोर काउंट मी वेल डोंट बी लेट हाउ मेनी ऑफ मी फॉर्म द गेट
सोचो सोचो वरना गिफ्ट तो गया
डू यू वांट मी टू रिपीट ओके
Oh, she's there. She will. Mike?
Watchman? No, 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 no. Okay. I'll repeat. I open and close, but I am not the door. I guard the campus and nothing more. Count me well, don't be late. How many of me form the gate?
Come on, guys. There, Mike.
ID card.
No, it's not ID card. थोड़ा ध्यान से ऑब्जर्व करो.
CCTV? Then.
No, it's not CCTV. Lift? No, not the lift. और ध्यान से सोचो, मैंने हिंट रिडल में दिया है.
Main gate.
50% right. बाकी का wrong. Okay guys, it's about college gate. College gate कितने हैं?
कितने गेट है guys?
माइक दे दो.
Two gates.
Partially correct.
Very close,
जोर डालो.
but not the right answer.
Partially correct.
3 gates. Correct answer. Right spirit.
और इसी spirit को celebrate करते हुए, we would like to call Dr. Smita to give the spot prizes.
Round of applause, guys. चलो अब अगली रिडल ध्यान से सुनना गाइस, ठीक है?
So here it is. I go up, I go down, but I never walk around. Guess my number, don't take a shift. How many are we? The campus lift.
रिपीट करें?
नहीं, repeat.
Could you repeat the question?
How many are the campus lifts?
2.
Who gave this answer? Okay, nice, correct. So for this smart answer, I will request Rosie ma'am to please give the spot prize. Guys, stand here. चलो अभी ब्रेक का टाइम है, टेंशन मत लो, थोड़ा रिलैक्स करो और अगले सेगमेंट के लिए रेडी हो जाओ.
Thank you, Dikshita. Now I would like to call upon Mr. Justin Thomas, specializing in operation, to share his experience with us.
Good morning, everyone. It feels grateful to stand here in front of you sharing my journey at SFIMAR. My journey began with the Onam celebrations when our batch came together for the first time. That even gave me a sense of connections and belongingness. Back then, I wasn't very confident. In my first presentation, I couldn't speak for a full minute. But today, I'm speaking confidently in front of you all. That's the transformation that SFIMAR has given to me. This year was full of experience beyond academics. I had the chance to play inter-college volleyball tournament, which taught me teamwork and discipline. And also was fortunate to be part of two biggest events at SFIMAR, that is Exuberance and Luminance. But gave me opportunity to explore my creativity, work with teams, and enjoy the culture side of MMS life. During my internship at Gleneagle Hospital, I worked there as an operation intern and learned how important time management, processes, and teamwork are in such challenging environment. More importantly, it taught me the value of life itself. I also got valuable industry exposure by visiting fleet management company where we understood how operations work in an industry, and also got opportunity to visit an automation exhibition which introduces us to the latest technologies shaping the future of business. Friends, my advice is simple. Take part in everything. Step out of your comfort zone and don't be afraid. These 2 years are your best chance to try, learn, and grow. Looking back, I can proudly say that this 1 year at SFIMAR has helped me grow professionally and personally. And I know this foundation will help me face the real world with confidence. Thank you and all the best for your future.
Thank you, Justin. Now, lastly, I would like to call upon Ms. Thaiba Sheikh, specializing in marketing, to share her experience with us.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Taiba Sheikh from Marketing Specialization. सबसे पहले मैं एक बात बोलना चाहूँगी. When I joined MMS, I thought it would only be about books, assignments, projects, presentation and all. मतलब दिन भर PPT बनाने का दर्द. But slowly, I realized it's much more than that. It's about experience, learning, people and memories. One of my first highlight was winning the Cultural Day event. And honestly, it felt like MBA में आकर मेरा फिल्मी करियर भी शुरू हो गया. Then came Intercollegiate Fest, where I hosted UNOS. Hosting UNOS was super exciting, but the funniest part was playing a role of Dayabin on stage. Yes, you heard that right, Dayabin. Hey, hello! That's the beauty of college life, where you get to play every role. The team spirit, the late night preparation, and the backstage fun moment made it one of the best experiences of my journey. And yes, I also received the highest attendance award. Now, some people might think that I'm too studious, but that's not the truth. College life here was so good, so engaging, that I actually wanted to attend every lecture. So that's how I ended up with full attendance. Our industrial visit to Nainital, Neil Metals and Ashok Leyland were equally memorable. We learned how large companies operate. And half the fun, and along with it, it was exploring the plants, bus rides, and masti with friends. This made my Nainital trip unforgettable. Now, speaking about exams, oh, what a time! The late night group studies, 2 a.m. WhatsApp PDFs, and that one friend who always said, "Bhai, tension mat le, paper easy hoga." But on the next day, वो paper देख के खुद shock हो जाता था. Our faculty also made this journey special by guiding us through projects, mentoring, motivating us during exams, and sometimes being strict like parents when needed. Another milestone was working at Great Gateways in the tours and travel industry, where I was working on digital marketing, from customer acquisition strategies to on-ground brand activations in schools and colleges. This sharpened my understanding of consumer behavior and gave me the thrill of turning classroom concepts into a real-world impact. And then the celebrations like Christmas, Onam, Dandiya night, each festival felt like a family function, filling the campus with joy and togetherness. I also got the chance to be the part of Samsung launch event, where I not only experienced a real-world corporate setup, but also got to network with many industrial professionals. It was one of those moments that made me feel like I was stepping into the real world of marketing. And finally, I am proud to share that I'm the lead coordinator of this orientation and induction 2025, along with my amazing teammates, Foram Vyas and Tushar Singh. Organizing this together has been the most memorable part of my journey. So overall, till my third semester, my MMS journey has been a mix of learning, fun, friendship, networking, and celebration. Now, to my little juniors, I would like to say, don't limit yourself only in studies, but participate, celebrate, travel, laugh, and learn. Because 5 years from now, you may not remember your marks, but you'll surely remember these memories. So all the best for your MMS journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Taiba. Thank you, dear students, for bringing your valuable insights. Your perspectives serve as guiding lights for our new students as they step into this new chapter. We would now felicitate the winners of various activities conducted during the orientation held over the last few days. I request Reverend Brother Alvin Tete and our chief guest, Professor Rao, to felicitate the team building activity winners. The team members of the winning team are Ansela De Silva, Atharva Dhandar, Rian De Souza, Kritik Pawar, Saili Lopez, Lijo Abraham, Devlin Malekil, Elita Fulia. I request Kritik Pawar to come on the stage and accept the certificates on behalf of the team. The runners-up for this activity are Naomi Abraham, Chelsea Nunes, Anthea Vaz, Aloysia Dice, Ami Chetiar, Ralph Lopez, Sheldon Lopez, Brian Gonsalves. I request Naomi to come up on the stage and accept the certificates. Next, we have the best out of waste activity. The team members of the winning team are Atharva Dhandar, Licho Abraham, Ansela De Silva, Elita Fulia, Shiv Prasad Arkatotu, Krutik Pawar, Rian D'Souza, Mervyn D'Souza, Saili Lopez, and Dwellin Malikel. I request Dwellin to come up on the stage and accept the certificates. The first runner-up of this activity are Anora D'Souza, Hiral Mishra, Viva Jacob, Sansia Dias, Crisel Carvalho, Ganson Rebello, Shubham Sadre. I request Hiral Mishra to come up on the stage and accept the certificates. The second runner-up of the activity are Aloysia Dias, Anthea Vaz, Naomi Abraham, Chelsea Nunes, Ami Chetiar. I request Aloysia to come up to the stage and accept the certificates. The next activity was the treasure hunt, and the winning team for this activity is Team Infinity. The members are Chaitali Thakre, Anora D'Souza, Ganson Rebello, Selena De Mello, Wilson Jayanari, Devin Salunke, Blit Carnerio. I request Chaitali to please come up on the stage and accept the certificates. Thank you, sir. Thank you, brother.
Now I will now request Dr. Shalini Sinha, an alumni member, Mr. Swapnil Rajwade, to felicitate our winners of Computer Proficiency Test and the Creativity Competition winners. The winners for the Computer Proficiency Test are, first prize goes to Ria Pinto and the second prize goes to Atharva Dandar. I kindly request the winners to come up on the stage to receive their certificates. And the winners for the creativity competition are, the first prize goes to Anora D'Souza, the first runner-up is Saili Lopez, and the second runner-up, Sirin Thatil. I kindly request the winners to come up on the stage to receive their certificates. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir.
I would now request Dr. Sulba Rao Rane and Mr. Carlton to felicitate our winners for the Multicultural Day and the Business Brainwave activity. The winning team members for the Multicultural Day are Kenzie Pereira, Saloni Correa, Jessica Ferreira, Nathan Ferreira, Ansela De Silva, Rian De Souza, Malcolm Gonsalves, Sancia Dias, Crizel Carvalho, Lance Pereira, and Salvia Gonsalves. I request Kenzie Pereira to come up on the stage. The first runner-ups of this activity are Naomi Abraham, Praveen Bandula, Isha Rane, Dion Pereira, Anisha Pereira, Rachel D'Souza, Kalyani Dhapke, Elita Fulya, Ami Chetiyar, and Sakshi Bodke. I request Ami to please come up on the stage and accept the certificates. Now, the winners of the brainwave activity. First prize goes to Smiti Tare, second prize goes to Dipti Upadhyay, and third prize goes to Suhani Kandalkar. I request you all to come up on the stage and accept your certificates. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Moving forward, once again, we have Dikshita and Forum to entertain us with their riddles.
Hello everyone. Did you guys miss us?
अरे मिस तो किया होगा, हमारे बिना तो मस्ती अधूरी है.
बस अब और वेट नहीं, क्योंकि हम फिर आ गए हैं रिडल्स और स्पॉट प्राइजेस के साथ. तो शुरू करते हैं अगला रिडल. नॉट वन, नॉट टू, बट मोर यू सी. टेल मी क्विकली हाउ मेनी कोर्सेज आर वी?
Three.
No. Three है क्या?
3 है.
Okay, who told 3?
Can you name them?
Can you name them? Yeah.
MMS, PGDM, and BMS.
I would request.
Okay. So I will now call upon Professor Mayank to please give the spot prize.
But you all missed one course, yeah. Correct, that's the answer. So can we have the prize? 4 course, yeah, by the way.
Another spot prize. Mervin, sir, you will be giving.
Aditya, I just wanted to capture this.
कौन area? मैं बोला एक ही quiz रखना है, अभी पता है. So now we come to the end of our riddles. Thank you, everyone. And now we would like to hand over to Romania and Leonard. Thank you.
Thank you, Forum and Dikshita. At St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, we deeply value the dedication and hard work of our student coordinators. Their commitment plays a vital role in the success of our events and initiatives. As a mark of appreciation, our institute acknowledges their efforts by felicitating them with certificates. I now take great pleasure in inviting our lead coordinators, Ms. Taiba, Ms. Forum, and Mr. Tushar, to kindly come forward on stage for their well-deserved felicitation. I request Dr. Shalini Sinha, our director, and Reverend Brother Alvin Tate to felicitate the coordinators.
Hello everyone. We would also like to thank Sancheta ma'am for her constant support and guidance. Thank you Sancheta ma'am for having trust and faith on us, because of which this journey has truly become success. Thanks ma'am.
Thank you.
We will soon begin with the inductor session, but before we proceed, we would like to express a heartfelt gratitude to our respected dignitaries, dedicated faculty members and staff, and our enthusiastic students. Your valuable time, efforts, and presence have added immense value to this event, and we are truly honored.
We request our student coordinators to escort the dignitaries off the dais for a group photograph with the faculty members and the student volunteers. Come from.
We will now take a quick 10-minute break. You may use this time to freshen up and rejoin us. We kindly request everyone to remain on this floor and not go downstairs.
We will be starting the inductor session after this break, so please do not go downstairs. Thank you.
From undergraduate college to a professional B school is a significant transition, and we are committed to making this journey smooth and enriching for you.
This formal event is designed to make you feel included, valued, and prepared for the exciting journey ahead. It's your chance to connect with fellow students, faculty, and staff, all while gaining valuable insights into the exciting world of business education and learn from different industry experts. We feel deeply privileged to welcome Mr. Carlton Pereira, a chartered accountant and seasoned business leader with over 3 decades of experience in corporate finance, investment banking, and private equity. He has held leadership roles at Arthur Andersen, Ambit Corporate Finance, and KPMG India, and later co-founded the Tano India Private Equity Fund, managing over 210 million USD. Today, he dedicates himself to the FDP Skilling Solutions LLP, empowering youth with skills, leadership, and entrepreneurial support, while also contributing actively to education, sports, healthcare, and public policy. A mentor, advisor, trustee, and columnist, he truly embodies purposeful leadership. We are privileged to have with us today Mr. Carlton Pereira. I request you to please kindly address the gathering.
Thank you.
Please give a round of applause.
I'm not going to start until I see all the front rows occupied. So please come forward. And the volunteers, please feel free to take your seats as well. Please occupy the front rows as well. First of all, I wish to thank Rosie ma'am, Sanchita ma'am, and the management of the institution for inviting me to address this forum. I wasn't given any specific speech or agenda, but I'd like to make a couple of points, share my own experiences and how they can be relevant and contextual to what you will undergo or the course you will undertake over the next 2 years. But before we get started, hearty congratulations to you all. You've cleared the CET exam, you've gone through a rigorous process of interviews, and I believe you're all set to start your program on Monday. So well done, and all the very best for the next 2 years of your life and your learning journey. This is truly going to be a transformational experience for you. But the underlying theme of everything that I'm going to say, that it is all up to you. It is all about what you want to take out of this program, what you want to make out of it, and what you want to make out of yourself along the way. As I mentioned, there were two broad themes around which I'm going to share these remarks. But I'd like the conversation to be interactive, and that's why I've come down from there to be closer to you. One theme is as it regards the course itself. What is the nature of the MMS program? What incremental value proposition it has for you, having come through the ranks of school and then and graduations, and some of you may also be qualified with other professional qualifications as well. So what does that entail, and how do you participate in this learning journey is one part of the discussion. And the second part of the discussion is all about yourself. What will this mean for you? And in order to be able to take the maximum out of a program like this, what is it that you can keep your eyes, your ears, your senses open to? And what are the learnings and experiences that you can absorb to enrich this journey and also to better your prospects going forward? Okay, so let's get started with a little anecdote. This involves my son. He's 28 years old. He works in a company that does portfolio management services. Essentially what that means is they track publicly listed companies, and they have a pool of investors. They invest in these publicly listed companies and hope to make a profit from the investment program. They have about 1,200 clients, and they manage investments of about 5,000 crores of rupees across all of these investors. 3 days ago, I was invited to, as an audience member, to a forum that was organized by a venture capital firm. And this is a firm that I know well. It has nothing to do with any of my current pursuits. It says Tano India Advisors. This is a private equity fund that I used to run. But now I've dedicated myself full-time into social service. So I have no direct activity or interest in the business of venture capital and startup companies and so on. But I like to engage and participate and learn about what's going on. So I attended out of interest. And I told my son that it would be an interesting proposition for him, to come and interact with this group of people as well, or at least to listen to them and what they have to say. And during this time, he must have told me 5 times, both during and after the program, that please make sure that every time you get an invitation like this, don't forget to invite me also. And I asked him why. He said, this has got nothing to do with what you do. You invest in listed companies, and what we're talking about is startups. And what he said was, it was one line. He gave me a whole explanation, but one line that stood out. He said to me that when I go for the analyst meets and all the events around publicly listed companies, what happens is that the CEOs and the executives of the company and all the analysts around them just focus on the numbers. What was your quarterly performance? What are your growth rates? What are your margins? How much of market share do you have? Etc., etc. And he said, beyond the point that gets boring, because everybody is essentially reducing the entire world and looking at the world through the prism of numbers only. And clearly, that is tunnel vision. It doesn't broaden your perspective, it narrows the perspective. But in a forum like this, we are talking about companies who started from scratch and who now become very meaningful in size. And just listening to their, to the journey, all the challenges that they faced, what were those light bulb moments that prompted them to do something different? What were the difficulties that they faced? Because not everybody is successful straight out of the bat. There are more failures than successes. And someone said, business is all about surviving until you get lucky. So what is it that made them, overcome the initial challenges and stay true to their ideas and bring them to a stage where they are today? And these are meaningful companies. So there was one company in skincare. It started during the COVID years, 2021. And today it's a 400 crore company. The founder is a lady who must be in her mid-30s. Another company, again, in the consumer product, using hair care products. Also started around 2019, 2020. They're a 500 crore company size. How did they get there? From starting from scratch, maybe a little personal capital, friends, family, etc., etc. But how do you get there? What kind of learnings, what kind of insights? How do you break the code? How do you relate to your customers? None of this would have ever been taught to them in any forum. This is all about life experiences. And you think about what you learn, what you absorb from one person, from one group, from one forum. You apply it to your next conversation. And you go about building block after block after block of insight into knowledge. And then I understood what my son really meant was that business is an aggregation of insights that you learn. It is never that one big idea through which you transform. But the transformation comes from the processes, from the failures, from the operations, from the building blocks, from understanding the consumer, and so many aspects of it all. And that brings me, that actually gave me a very nice intro into this conversation, because in many ways, it kind of mirrors the journey that you will undergo from your graduation, from your school education, from your college education, and now into a B school. So you were, and this is a state of play, it's not meant to be a criticism, but in our formative years, in our school years, and to some extent even during our graduation years, we are told to solve problems, or we are told to find answers, and we are told to accumulate information, and that information becomes knowledge. Essentially, that's the modus under which we accumulate our school and then our graduate qualifications. So be it, and probably it's the same everywhere else in the world. Teaching methods may be different. But once you get there, what you have established for yourself is a baseline of knowledge and information. As you go into the postgraduate and particularly the MMS program, what will be required of you is the application of this. So from a consumer of knowledge, you will learn how to become a creator of knowledge. And that creator of knowledge doesn't mean that you should have the next big idea. You learn to be a creator of knowledge by interacting with your peers, by assembling in groups, solving problems. You've seen so many prizes awarded to teams. And the knowledge of other people, when applied together, how you synthesize all of this. How do you interact with each other? How do you take the judgments of each other? How do you transcend from being an individual competitor into being a collaborator for success? And more importantly, not just your own success, but the success of your group and team members. That is the essence of your transformation from being the accumulator of knowledge to being a repository of a baseline of capabilities, which you will then take to solve any problem that might occur. Because the problems in real life are not just linear problem, solution, question, answer. They will require a process of assimilation, understanding what is there before you, appreciating what might not be there in front of you, because information is going to be imperfect, making an assessment of what are the various probable outcomes, what are the different approaches to get there, and then applying judgment in order to make decisions. And then finally, it doesn't stop there. The ability to persuade other people to your point of view or to the product that you have made or what you have to offer. And if you relate this back to whether it is a business continuum, whether it is a social experience, essentially it's the same. If I'm making a new product or launching a new process, I have to go through all of this, right? It's not that it's out there, figure out how to do it, and you have a business proposition before you. All the best business ideas, all the strongest businesses today are those that emanated out of creativity. And all creativity is not about that one big idea. Creativity can also be about process. You might think about Apple computer, right? iPhone, iPod, all these revolutionary gadgets that they invented. But when you read the book, and they recently published a book called Apple in China, which is a must-read. There are a whole variety of books that you can learn from. I learned a lot from reading this book. It's a very recently published book. And what I figured was that yes, the idea of this revolutionary device was a great one. But bringing that to life, about process, about operations, about outsourcing, about supply chain, about assemblies, about that, getting that last component down, that little widget, that little microchip, etc. Getting all of that down to a T, integrating this, making sure that it synthesizes with the overall design concept. And then what do the customers want? After doing all of this, is this what the customers want? How do you persuade them to buy the product? And more importantly, How do you create new avenues to service them once they have bought the product? Because an unhappy customer means you have no growth. Growth comes from repeat buying more than bringing new people to the into the fold, right? So creativity comes in so many different avatars, and most of it is something that you would not know. So when one talks about knowledge and the application of knowledge and the process by which you assimilate and deploy this knowledge, the MMS program is intended to bring out those thought processes, bring out those creative tendencies, bring out that search, bring out that appreciation that not everything is perfect. Bring out that understanding for other people's point of view, and then synthesizing all of this into a course of action. And needless to add, being able to justify and persuade others to your point of view. So these are the fundamental skills that that you will be confronted with. You won't have this in any subject in front of you. But all of this will come through in the case studies, in the group activities, in the discussions, in the puzzles, in the challenges, or in the quizzes. All of these programs will bring out these aspects, or bring out these tendencies in you. So think about the MMS as a program which does not deliver knowledge to you. The time for that is over. Think about the MMS as a program where you can apply your organic thought processes to what is placed before you. And then find ways in which to develop, either it could be an idea, or it could be a problem to be solved, or it could be a business concept to be, to be developed further. Whatever it may be. The learnings, the theoretical knowledge, etc., is intended to form a baseline for you, so that at least you know that, if you want to go in depth to understand the detailed physics or to understand the detailed mathematics behind a particular solution, that becomes a repository which helps you to break down the analysis. But that helps you to understand the product or understand what exists. Transforming that and bringing that to life or bringing that to market is a completely different ball game. So in everything that you do, keep your eyes and ears open for this. And I would strongly urge that apart from, from reading, use your internships productively. And you will have opportunities for multiple internships. I don't know how many, maybe 2, maybe 3. But apart from the, the established organizations and established processes as well, it would be of great help for you to engage with the startup community also. Just to get a ringside view, you will not be able to, in your 15-day or 30-day internships, be able to bring any solution. Neither would be the case if you were in an established company as well. But you could, if you have the option to do 2 internships, I would say, one could be in an established company where you get a feel for how organizations work. And the other could be a startup enterprise where you can see how businesses get built. Which brings me to the second part, which is how does that transform you as an individual? Right? There is this very commonly used saying that an MBA or an MMS is like a jack of all trades and a master of none. Right? And that's very common. Does anybody know where this phrase originated or who's the originator of this? Anybody? Just take a wild guess. I wouldn't expect you to know. It is William Shakespeare. Okay. However, I can bet that most of the people who quote this phrase do not, or rather have chosen to forget the latter part of what he said. So the complete phrase is that a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes it's better than the master of one. I bet most would not have heard about this, but this is the complete phrase. And this is, when you contrast the general management and the general development of your capabilities and your personalities, you can kind of contrast this with a specialized post-graduation program. And once again, no criticism on specialized post-graduation programs, but just to draw the comparison between the two. With the specialist program, you become an expert in a certain field. Fair enough, and that's the idea. People are drawn to it, and the world also needs specialist knowledge and expertise in various fields. Right? But often, the job of bringing that to life then depends on someone else. And that's what businesses are all about. That's what enterprises, that's what organizations are all about. And that's where leadership is, comes into play. The ability to synthesize diverse fields of knowledge, diverse fields of expertise, competing views. Each one could be an expert. Think about a problem, a real life business problem. Person A might have one view. I believe this is a solution. Person A is an expert in one field of science. Person B will have another view. Also an expert, also in the field of in science. What do? You don't know which one is right unless you test it all the way and then wait back. But business is not built that way. This requires judgment. This requires the ability to critically think through or game what could happen by choosing one over the other. And that's the skill building that will come in the course of these 2 years, in the course of your learning, in the course of your case studies, in the course of your group discussion, in the course of your readings, in the course of your internships. There is no single source of truth as far as this aspect is concerned. It is something that you will absorb and you will learn how to apply as you go along. So the manager in this example is tasked with the responsibility of choosing one, not necessarily over the other, but this is what I believe will better suit us in the current circumstances. And then justify that to all those who were, who were on the other side of the equation, right? Because once a decision is made, then everybody has to pull together as a team. Your responsibility doesn't end with just exercising judgment. Exercise of judgment basically means a transfer of the responsibility to you, from the ideator to you. Now, you are the last word, you are the final word, and you own the decision. The first thing that you got to do is make sure that everybody signs up to that decision. And that's where the power of persuasion comes in. Again, this is a skill that you can learn, you can read about, but only when you practice through your interaction, through your group discussions, through your own experiences as an intern somewhere. You will see this in action and you will get a chance to practice this. Remember, you can also practice this in your everyday life, because our everyday lives also bring us so many choices. What comes with this is the ability to critically think, but more importantly, the ability to persuade, having made a decision. And then, lastly, the lack of fear or the confidence that even if you make a mistake, you can get up and live to fight another day. There is one other quote. I'm not a quotes person, but this is something I came up with. I found this, right? It came from Catherine the Great, one of the great imperial rulers from the 18th century. She was one of the Russian Tsars, and she is credited with the transformation of Russia into a scientific and knowledge powerhouse. And if I remember, what she said was something on the lines of that, uh, if I'm not making mistakes, then I'm not making decisions. Because you will not make the right judgment call, and when I say right, it's in quotes. Because at the time of making the judgment call or making the decision, you don't know. The situation around you is always going to be imperfect. Because if the world's problems or any subset of that were a defined question and a defined answer, believe me, out of 7 billion people in this world, you will not be the first one to know that, right? So every situation that you face is going to have these imperfections, and they require judgment in order to be able to convert the information, knowledge in front of you into an action. But as I said, it doesn't end there. The articulation to persuade and the confidence to absorb responsibility for the mistakes, and then to get up and live to fight another day, is the skill that hopefully over the next 2 years you'll have a lot of opportunity to build and develop. But that brings me to the second aspect of the personality development. And this relates to people. It's a very often neglected part of the learning journey. And I must say that it happened to me pretty late in life. And that's why, as I mentioned in the beginning, what I do today is in the area of social service. Now, I don't mean to say that you should do social service on day one, but the human values play a very, very important role in every aspect of life, which is so obvious. So why should it not be the case of business also? Why should we always, or why do we tend to think about business in very inanimate terms? Business is run by humans, and the human values underpin every aspect of business. And to appreciate those human values, when you break down what are those human values, ultimately it comes down to, among many other things, but the more important ones tend to be empathy and ethics. And when you actually look at the way our school curriculum has evolved, I remember when we were in school, which was a very, very long time ago, we had 2 subjects, and we never gave them, even a minute of the day. They were there on the curriculum. I mean, we studied them because we had to pass in those exams, and we didn't have electives. Everything was, you had to get your 35% marks and everything. And one subject was civics, and the other was moral sciences. And I bet you don't have to go very far. You can just, pick up some old books from a library. What is the moral science curriculum for secondary school going back? And believe me, you'll find the life lessons that are so relevant and applicable today. And the same is with civics. The degeneration of society has happened because the guardrails that civics and moral sciences provided on human behavior, there's a tussle between the desire to express oneself in freedom terms and the guardrails of responsibility to society. And nobody can prescribe these guardrails and responsibilities. They don't come as part of any law. It is self-regulation. These are self-standards. And what makes us aware of these self-standards? It's the civics and the moral sciences. In the absence of learning and development on those, the guardrails tend to get disintegrated. And so you have the expression of freedom in so many different ways, and social media has played a big role in, while making us aware of many things, but also pushing people into the dark corners of the internet and various forms of bad behavior, violence, hate crimes, and so on and so forth. Right? So a lot of undesirable elements come from it. And the responsibility lies with each one of us to develop our own moral compass. And we think this is not a luxury. This is an essential part of your learning and your career journey also. Because I can guarantee you that when it comes to promotion to the next level, executive levels, management levels, CXO levels, ethics and empathy, which translates into the ability to lead, are ultimately the two basic differentiators. This is what will take you forward. Give me one instance of any manager who, after being in a place of responsibility, and there was something ethical that came up against him or her. How many were able to retain the jobs? None. I can bet you. How do you learn this? Again, I said the easy way to do this is to go back. When we were kids, there were so many magazines, so many comics, which just dwelt on these subjects. Whether it was fairy tales, whether it was Indian mythology, whether it was so many of these cultural books. We had books like Tinkle and Chandamama and comics like this. They are actually a treasure trove of the life lessons. Worth a read if you have the time and the energy to access, but very important to deploy in the real world and get a practice for it. So if you have the opportunity to do the same internships, now I'm assuming that you'll have maybe 3 or 4. So apart from the business and the startups, etc., it is worth your while to try and work with NGOs or other social service organizations. See what they do. Again, you may not be able to solve their problems, but try and get a first-hand view of what are the issues that plague our society, or what are the issues that other people who are less fortunate have to struggle through, and which we are privileged not to be in that position. And that brings me to, I think, my second last quote. This is from Winston Churchill, and he said, your impact or your legacy is not measured by how much you get, or how much of resource, how much of income, how much of wealth you get. So your living depends on that, but your life depends on how much you give. So he contrasts what is living, which is what you need, and life, which is what you have and which is what you can give. Think about when you look at every street corner. You find this chowk, this street, that street, right? How many of them are named after billionaires? None. How many of them are named after social workers and freedom fighters? As an individual, one of whose relatives, was in that position, they had none. What makes you prouder? The billions that you inherited from your grandfather, or that you see his name on a street saying XYZ street? What makes you prouder? Right? Don't answer the question. I think you all know what the answer is. So all of this, none of what I've said is something that you will find in your coursework, because that's the beauty of the MBA or the MMS program. It's all about the application. The lessons, the information, the knowledge is all out there. The ability to synthesize this, to apply your learnings, to find answers, to make judgments, and to give voice to your human values, to make it work for the other person, is what will set you apart, and this is what your journey is going to be all about. And I end with something which I made up, which says, don't wait for any creative sign to give you guidance. You have to be the creative sign yourself. So on that note, I think I'm standing here between you and lunch. So if you have any questions, feel free. I can only share experience with you. I've never done an MBA myself, but all of my learnings have come through experiences. So thank you for your attention, and feel free to ask any questions. If we have time, I'll be happy to do that.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm sure our juniors have a lot to learn from what you've said. Thank you. I would now request Professor Rosie Murray to present our token of love and gratitude to Mr. Carlton. Guys, if you have any questions for Sir, the floor is open.
Thank you, sir. It is said that acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. So I now request our academic coordinator, CMA, Dr. Natika Podar, to propose a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It seems everyone is hungry. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, better at least. I can still assume you all are hungry. On behalf of St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, it is my proud privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on this special induction ceremony of MMS Batch 25-27. We are deeply honored to have with us our chief guest, Professor SVD Nageshwara Rao, Head Motilal Oswal Center for Capital Markets, IIT Bombay, and Head Sailesh J. Mehta School of Management, IIT Bombay. Sir, thank you for your inspiring words and encouragement. Our gratitude also goes to the program inductor, Mr. Carlton Pereira, owner Tano India Advisor, for sharing your wisdom and motivating our students. Thank you so much, sir. A special thanks to our alumnus, Mr. Swapnil Rajbade, Associate at JP Morgan, Mumbai, for interacting with our students and showing them the pathway of success. Thank you so much, sir. We are blessed with the constant support of our chairman, Brother Alphonse Nesemani, and our registrar, Brother Al Bentete, whose blessings guide us always. Our sincere appreciation to Director Dr. Shalini Sinha and our Deputy Director, Dr. G. Ramesh, for their strong leadership and vision for SFIMAR. I also extend gratitude to Dr. Sulbha Rao Rane, Director, PGDM, and Registrar Brother T.V. George, SFIMAR PGDM, for their continuous encouragement and support. To all our distinguished guest dignitaries, Mr. Mervyn, Brother George Vitus, Brother M.J. Xavier, Ms. Nasween Mistry, and Dr. Ansi Jose for their wonderful presence in this gathering today. And to all our faculty members, staff, and students, thank you for making this event successful with your active participation. A very special and a round of applause and heartfelt recognition to our today's talented comparers, Ms. Romania and Mr. Leonard. Can I hear everyone, please, round of applause for their exceptional efforts in anchoring the event with grace and enthusiasm. Thank you, students. An equally special appreciation to our student coordinators and faculty coordinators who work tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the seamless organization and smooth flow of today's ceremony. Many hands and hearts come together to make this event a grand success. If in my enthusiasm I have missed to acknowledge anyone, I sincerely apologize. Kindly consider this as an unintentional. Our gratitude for your contribution is heartfelt. A special thank you to our IT and maintenance team for all the wonderful arrangement, our hospitality team also to escort our guests and dignitaries. Krutangyata हीच खरी संपत्ती आहेत means gratitude is the truest wealth we can possess. Let us carry forward today's inspiration into tomorrow's achievement. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Natika ma'am, for your kind words and always encouraging us. So guys, I have a few announcements for you all. So I request you all to be seated, and I request the student coordinators to please escort our guests. I now request you all to kindly rise for the national anthem. Thank you all. Please be seated. So I have a few announcements for you guys. So you will be now receiving a link for your elective. So the link will be opened in a few minutes. So you are supposed to select it, and once you are done, you are requested to be seated in your place for further instructions. On that note, this is Romania Lobo, together with my co-host,
Leonard Rodriguez,
signing off for today. Best wishes to all, and have a prosperous and fruitful journey at SFIMAR.
Okay, wait, Sonali ma'am. Yes. I hope you all have received the mail with regards to the elective, right? So as per the mail, 1:15 the link gets activated. So we are at 1:07 right now. So another 8 minutes for you all to just go through the syllabus once again, make up your mind, and sharp at 1:15 the link gets activated. After this, there are certain set of the students who have to proceed to G4 classroom. Ms. Romania is announcing those names, and meanwhile other students can go through the syllabus.
The following students are requested to be seated until you are escorted to G4.